What is up, my friends? We had an epic day this weekend of college basketball top 25 action. Let's break it down. Today, I'm going to go through some of the games from this past Saturday, what they mean for college basketball, and what they mean for the prospects in those games going to the NBA. First, let's start with the Duke Michigan game, probably the biggest game of the day. As when it comes to NBA prospects, it's all about these two right here, Yaxel Lindenberg and Cam Boozer. Lindenberg is a grown man. Right now, if somebody were to take him off of this Michigan team and put him onto any NBA team, he would fit in. You would not know he's a rookie at all. This dude is jacked. He is physical and he plays his butt off. I don't think he's got a super high ceiling, but I do think that if he goes to a good team and he's able to just fit in, he is going to be a role player for the next 10 to 12 years, possibly like the fourth or fifth option on a championship team. Is a good player. I would expect him to be anywhere late lottery, mid first round pick area. Now, Cam Boozer. I am a huge Cam Boozer fan. He gets a lot of hate because he's just so big and strong, and people think he's not that good. He's just bigger and stronger than everybody. I am not one of those people at all. I think Cam Boozer is an absolute stud. Now, if he was just staying inside and doing all that stuff that they say, maybe I could get on board. But he's up top running a high pick and roll with him as the ball handler. He's coming off screens. He's setting up teammates. He's rebounding the ball. Look, 18, 10, and 7 assists. 7 assists are huge for a big guy playing in these tough games. And I will get to assists with a player coming up in a second. But Cam Boozer, he can shoot, he rebounds, he runs the floor, passes the ball. I think he is a stud. I think he should be top 1 to 2 picks in the draft because I just love this guy. Now, for these teams, I think these are the two best teams in the NCAA right now. And the reason I think that is I think they're the most complete team that can win in different ways. That they can not only win in different ways, but they have the guys to kind of push it. So, like, if they need one of these guys to step up and do it, they are legit. I think these are the two best teams in college basketball. Now, the second best game from this weekend was Arizona-Houston. I watched almost this entire game before the little nap I took at halftime. And the one thing that I could say from this is Arizona without Koa Pete, I don't know how they win. They just do. They just play hard. They play good defense. They rebound the ball. They just win games. I watch it. I was like, how are they doing this? I just like it doesn't make sense that not one guy stands out as better than anybody else, but they're just like a damn good team. They're just a good team. Now, for NBA prospects, I've been wanting to watch Koa Pete. I haven't been able to catch him because he's been hurt. I I really like the idea of Koa Pete and what I have seen in the past, but right now, like I can't see it. Other than that, I don't think they have any big guys. That Burris wing, good player, but not super stand out to me. So it's really interesting to see this Arizona team do it, play up against NBA guys when they don't really have too many of them. Now, when it comes to Houston, I really like Houston. I always have. I am always a fan of Kelvin Sampson teams because you know they're going to play their asses off, guard and board. But you could really see the issue with this team at the end is Arizona really focused on limiting Fleming's touches and drives to the hoop. They just overbodied him, and you could see kind of his downfall as a lighter guard is he was when Arizona had bigger bodies that they just kind of like packed the paint and said, I dare you, right? Now he did get off some good mid-range jumpers that I really liked. I still really like him, but you could see that NBA teams are going to try to do that same thing. And it's going to be the same critique of him. He's a slight frame. They're just going to big body him and get in there, right? So that's going to be tough for him. Now, one of the other players, JJ Tugler, he is going to be in the league forever because that dude is such a hard player. He plays his ass off, guards everybody on the court. He had a block in that game where he just jumped and just kind of paused and waited for the guy to bring the ball to him and then just pounded that thing down. He is an elite defender. If he came in, he would be first, second, or third team All NBA defense right now. And then their other NBA guy, Chris Sinak, he had a slow start, was not very good in the beginning, but I can see everything that NBA teams love about Chris Sinak. Huge guy, really big, plays hard, but is just not there yet. He just doesn't understand everything yet. But again, he chose to go play for Kelvin Sampson, and Kelvin Sampson chose to take him in. Means he sees something there. I would take a flyer on Chris Sinak. I would take him in that late lottery, mid first round again. Kingston Flemings, I think he's a top 10 pick for sure. I'm just a little weary about his frame and how hard it was for him to get to the land against Arizona. Now, this next game I want to talk about, Iowa State BYU. AJ DeBanza put on a show. I had a nice little conversation with some of the guys I played college basketball with. They were talking about how much they love DeBanza, and I was saying how I'm not super duper high. And I just said to one of my friends after this game, it's like I feel like he heard that conversation or he saw it all, right? He saw it, and he come out. Look at this: 29, 10, and 9. All right? Shut me up. I still have my concerns. I don't think he is a great defender for his size. I wish he would be more active on the defensive end. But you really can't play with this, especially going up against a really good Iowa State team. Iowa State reminds me a lot of Arizona. Not a ton of top-end talent, but they just play their asses off and super hard-nosed. And for him to put up a 29, 10, and 9 on that type of team, impressive. Like, I'm not going to hold anything back. AJ came out, showed out, played awesome. I think right now, with him and Boozer as the top two picks in my eyes, I would pick one of those two, depending on the team I have and kind of who I thought had the highest upside. I would right now. I'm kind of in between both of them. I don't really know who, but I really like the way he's been playing the past couple games, and he has proven me wrong to my college friends. One more game before I get to the big one is this Illinois UCLA game. Wagler, I really like him a lot. This UCLA team is tough, hard-nosed team. Don't really have any NBA guys, but that's okay. They're just a hard-nosed team. They're just gonna you're gonna have to work to beat them. But this Illinois team, I really like this team. They're long, athletic, and they have a dude. They have a guy who can go in there and do hard things for them. The issue is, if he does not do it, I do not like how the rest of the team runs. If they find a way, the same way Arizona did to Kingston Fleming and Houston, right? If teams are able to do that to Wagler, Illinois is going to run into some issues. And therein lies the problem, because everybody else is a third option, is a second option, even on the college level. Wagler is a star, a star, whatever you want to call it. But if he gets slowed down or he's not having a great game, there's going to be issues for Illinois. But the big game that I want to talk about is the Cincinnati, Kansas. Now, Kansas, I just saw Dick Vitale. He put out a tweet talking about how he thinks Kansas and Darren Peterson should part ways. And part of me is like, well, you can't do that. He's like the number one recruit. We can't do that. And when he plays, he looks awesome. But here's the issue. Something is wrong with Peterson. It's either one of two things right now. One, he is saving himself for the NBA and he doesn't want to push too hard. He doesn't want to risk showing out bad things to make people think less of him, because he's got Boozer and DeBanza and all the other guards that are like putting a lot of pressure on him to be the number one pick. And he doesn't want to show that he can't do it. That I don't like. That reminds me of Ben Simmons when he was at LSU, just choosing not to play. And I just don't like it. I don't think that is a good mindset to have when you're a college basketball player trying to prove to NBA scouts that you want to play, that they should invest all this money into you. Number two is either Peterson is not wanting to play or he physically can't and something's wrong. This has been an issue with him back in high school. He has gone to doctors. Kansas has tried. He's been seen eating mustard packets on the sideline to help with getting rid of cramps and all that stuff. So it's either one of two things. It's either he doesn't want to play or he physically cannot play. Both of which I think are huge red flags heading into the draft. Huge red flags. But to me, I can look that if I was an NBA team and I could get the medicals and I could get him in to test everything out and kind of figure stuff out and talk to him and all that stuff, I could kind of try to figure out which one of those it is and which I could deal with. The bigger thing for me is in his last 7 games that he has played for Kansas, he's had 4 assists. 4 assists in 7 games. I just showed you Cam Boozer in that game against Michigan, a better opponent than Cincinnati, mind you. He had 7 assists. AJ DeBansa against Iowa State, again, another much better team than Cincinnati. AJ DeBansa had 9 assists. Darren Peterson had 1 assist. 1 of 7 on 3, but 1 assist. He's had 4 assists in the past 7 games. That to me, above the injuries, above the body issues or the mental thing, why is a guy this good, this skilled, only getting 4 assists in 7 games? That concerns me. Either he doesn't want to play with his teammates, he doesn't trust his teammates, so he's just like, I'm going to do it all myself, or he's trying to show out for NBA scouts. And any of those answers I don't like. This is not a good situation. Yes, when he plays and he's on, he looks fantastic. It's awe inspiring, awe striking, whichever you want to say. It's just like, man, he looks so good. But then you dig deeper and it just doesn't look as good. It doesn't look as good. And that sucks for him, for Kansas, and for his potential NBA. There you go, my friends. My takes on the epic Saturday of college basketball that we had for college basketball teams and players looking to go to the NBA draft. Hopefully you liked that breakdown. If you did, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Come join me for some good, quick takes about college basketball heading into the NBA and NBA basketball as a whole. Talk to you soon.